what would you do in a crisis? Invariably, they will say, well, the first thing I would do is say a prayer. Oh, good. What a relief to know that in a crisis, your first move is to try to telepathically communicate with your imaginary friend. That is a load of fine lines. You wonder why other countries laugh at us? I want to see a race between Mitt Romney, who believes in magic underwear, and Joe Lieberman, who doesn't use electricity on a Friday night. I want to see that president. Because, you know, if there's a nuclear attack on a Friday night, he has a Shabbos goy to push the nuclear button. That one doesn't work as well in Tulsa. I'm just saying. Second question, again, very basic question. And this is a question I could ask any religious person when they say almost anything. And that is, how do you know this? How do you know this? The way they describe the next world in such detail. You know, when you die, you get 72 virgins, not 68, not 83, no, 70. The Mormons will tell you Jesus will come back to Missouri, not Kansas. I was told as a little Catholic boy, when you die, you will ascend to heaven. Jesus will be sitting at the right hand of the Father. He'll have the head of the Lamb. There'll be 12 angels behind them. He'll be feeding them grapes. They have a white tunic with gold piping on the sleeve. 16 usually blowing trumpets. How the fuck do you know this? This movie is not playing in my head. How do I get into this octoplex? Say it, I don't know what eternity is like. But I saw Inception. I know what it feels like. Here's my third question, I agree, less weighty, but how come as an atheist I still say God bless you when people say it? Because I didn't want to have to say anything. You know, and first of all, it's a disgusting spraying of snot. If you're going to say something, I would say, ugh. I'd say nothing. I mean, people cough, people yawn, nothing. Somebody farts, everybody's going to go, the bung the Jew on your fart, you know? What did happen? You know, maybe I might find after an orgasm. We've all got that. No need to. Funny, but it's also not funny because religion does inject itself into every issue, never in a good way. You know, in this Republican Party, you know this is very hard to get to the right of your opponents. So you look at some of the things, especially the religious nuts say. Rick Santorum, one of my favorites, because Rick says the kind of things publicly that other Republicans only say in private when they're hitting on Ann Coulter. Rick said if we allow gay marriage, it will lead to bestiality. Which I don't think is true. Because I have a dog, and I don't fuck him. I don't fuck my dog. And the reason I don't is not the law. We just don't have that kind of a relationship. Gay marriage. This is what's so sad about the Democrats. They can't even score points on these no-brainer social issues where the public is already ahead of them. Their head is still back in... Their heads are still back in 2004. Yes, back then, gay marriage was a wedge issue for the Republicans. That's how Bush got reelected. They put gay marriage on the ballot in like 11 states, and all these rednecks came out to vote against gay marriage. That's what was fucking up their marriage. Honey, of course I can't fuck you. There are gay people down the street. Just the smell of ass wafted over here. I can't get a hard on. Of course I'm still attracted to you. It's the gay people down the street. So they got all those people to come out to the ballot box to vote against that, and of course, while they were there, they pulled the lever for Bunkles the Clown. But this isn't 2004. It's post-Glee now. People are different. Pot is another one. You know, we passed a milestone. It's now majority approved. The majority, 51% of people in America want this to be legal, especially in bad times. You know, people get it. You need to get high. People know that. People will do anything to get high. Let's be honest. They will. I've seen them lick a toad. People will eat mushrooms that are embedded in cow shit. People will drink Coors Light. I mean, but that's exciting. 51% of Americans now think it should be legal. No question, it's the whole thing legal. Over 70% think medical marijuana should be legal. 97% of Americans think it's cool to get the dog high. So wouldn't that be a good time to get on that bandwagon? Oh, here's one that really was depressing. The repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell was polling at 75% approval, and the Democrats at that point still wouldn't pull the trigger on it. They asked for another study to see if having gays in the military would impede readiness. And first of all, I don't know how you really study this. Johnson, get in here and blow me. While I fire this rifle at those targets down there, and we'll compare my scores to when you're not blowing me, and we'll see if it'll be steady. All right, here we go. A little to the left. No, not you. You're perfect. I mean, I find it so funny that the two institutions, the military and the clergy, that talk about homosexuality as if it's this thing that if you're around it at all, you will be tempted. You know, you're only human. A temptation I have never felt. I'm in show business. I've been around it. I never walked into a wardrobe trailer and went, boy, I bet I could fuck a lot of the guys in here. I don't want to fuck guys. You know. But in their view, you know, it's like dessert at a fine restaurant. You know, I haven't had any cock all week. I suppose I could have one. You can't come here and not.